Are you stuck trying to figure out what online course to create? Most people ask AI for ideas, but that's the wrong approach. In this video, I'll show you how to think with AI as your brainstorming partner, interviewer, and coach so that you can confidently discover the course you're already qualified to teach. I've been helping people discover the right business and course ideas for over 10 years. And while the process hasn't changed, AI has made it dramatically faster, simpler, and taken so much of the mental load off of our brains. Before I started using AI this way, I would spend hours trying to think my way to the perfect business idea, job, or side hustle. I would write down ideas, open another YouTube video, Google ideas, and somehow end up with more ideas than I started. Maybe you've had people tell you for years you should teach that, or you've led trainings at work, helped coworkers. Friends always ask you for advice. And deep down, you already have the expertise to build a creator business. The problem isn't a lack of ideas. The problem is that all of those ideas are stuck in your head up here. I realized for myself I didn't need more ideas. I just needed a better way to organize the ideas that were sitting up here. That's when I stopped asking AI about the direction of my business and instead focused on context. I gave it stories, scenarios, experiences, client observations, and more so that they could confirm what my intuition was telling me. I started using AI as a thinking partner. Because AI doesn't replace your intuition, it organizes it. I like to use AI to launch your online business. I do have an AI online course creation starter kit PDF that you can check out. Think of AI as your second brain. It helps organize your thoughts, uncover patterns, and takes the mental load off trying to figure everything out on your own. Today, I'm going to show you the 3 roles that I use AI for. 1, second brain. 2, as an interviewer. And 3, as a coach. By the end of this video, you'll have a much clearer direction before you ever move into validation and moving ahead in the development of your online business. If you're looking to learn more about building an impactful and educational online training business, consider subscribing and liking. The data shows that only 5% of you are subscribed to this channel. I'm going to begin by going into ChatGPT. If you want to use Gemini, feel free to use the AI tool of your choice. And the goal here is to prompt and give the AI lots of context so that it can take the mental load off of your brain. And from when I began my online business to sort of show you how this would be a lot faster. As I said, when I was first starting out, I just wrote everything down, tried everything, threw darts at the wall just to see where things would land. And that's kind of how I began. Now, today, if I'm starting out, what I do is like, hey, chat, I am looking to start an online business and I need some perspective and guidance. In my professional career, I've been leading student and staff trainings at a college and analyzing data from big annual reports to national data sets taken surveying students at the school to general summary of program event data. I also like to teach, share about technology, and help students and staff with technology. In my career, I have also helped faculty with online learning platforms, showing them how to use it, set up their course, and I generally love reading and writing to people about teaching, learning, education, but I'm also a tech geek and I am a lifelong learner. Based on this context and the work I have done, I need some confirmation on my business direction. Can you summarize based on the context and tell me if you need more to guide my intuition and decision making. So now I've prompted AI. Let's see what they've said. So this is great. So this is what I love. This just like takes the mental load off of me sitting and writing and just dumping everything into the machine and letting them analyze all the data. So they've summarized all the experiences, the skills, and they say none of these are random. They are all different expressions of the same strengths. And I love what they said. They say, if I had to describe your expertise in one sentence, it would be you help educators and professionals understand technology so they can teach, work, and create more effectively, or even broader, you make complicated things approachable. This is incredibly valuable business skills. I know something else you didn't say. You love marketing, so you like teaching. This tells me, oh yeah, this is great. I love that. My motivation, yeah, it's not about money. It's just I love to teach. I like to help people. Money becomes the outcome and not the reason. I don't do things for money. I do things to help people. And so what my intuition is already pointing me, AI, course creation, Thinkific, instructional design, YouTube, and creative education. And I love the way they did this little mini graph of education, technology, teaching, and communication, and how very people enjoy all four. It's funny. One thing I'd caution against, I wouldn't build a business around I teach AI because AI changes things to us, but I help educators and use technology to teach, create, and work better. The business that I think you're already building is helping educators create confidently using technology and AI to teach, build, and share what they know. And I love this kind of context. Is one question I think is worth exploring is who do you want to help? People over 40, small business. So this is great. I love this entire summary, like AI. This is my first time giving AI the context about me, and everything here is very accurate in terms of a summary. It takes the load off my brain. So I've gotten the validation of everything in my head. Now I wanted to sort of show me what insights would be helpful in business. So what could people pay for, and what would people be interested in? AI adoption and training, learning experience design, which is what I do now, knowledge capture, data storytelling, technology adoption storytelling, technology adoption consulting, B2C opportunities, and then beginner AI courses, course creation education, templates, membership, and newsletter. I like the way they said my biggest opportunity is either choosing B2B or B2C is creating a business where they reinforce each other. So long story short, this is a great summary and it's only taken a few minutes. Whereas if this was me, when I was at the beginning of my journey, I spent months just writing and applying to different things and trying different things, talking to people. And this just takes everything that I've summarized and from my experiences, and it's just summarized it and gave me a direction. That's the first step that I would do to using AI as your second brain to help you organize and sort everything that is in your mental brain around your online course idea and putting it from your head down to this kind of digital format so that you can outline it and see it and have a clear vision on what is next. If this is you, just go ahead and give AI as much context. Like, here's what I'm looking to start an online business in my professional career. This is what I've done. I'm a tech geek. And just the more you tell AI, the more it's just useful to summarize. These are my experiences and these are the skill sets and how do they merge in business. And then they've given me some ideas for business models, which is really awesome as well. And now that they know what direction you go in, it knows what you want to do, which is build an online business. It knows what your professional experience are. We're going to ask AI to serve as our virtual interviewer. And so this helps you to answer the questions that AI gives you. And so you want to say, hey, AI, hey, Chad, hey, Gemini, hey, Claude, I want you to interview me and ask me questions about my background, my experiences, and what do I love talking about? What am I passionate about? What do I can't stop ruminating and just giggling about and just running to my neighbor and telling them about the next idea that I had for business. And this is what is so powerful is that I'm going to just let AI ask me the questions and I'm going to prompt it and say, hey, now I want you to interview me and ask me questions that I would never have considered to help me clarify the direction in my business, launching an online course. Now, the next step is using AI as your interviewer. And I'm going to do this by using the same chat because they have context now. And I'll say, this is great. Now I want you to interview me and ask me questions about my background, detailed work, projects, experiences, and projects to continue clarifying the direction in my business. So I'm going to ask AI to interview me because this helps me put the story together when I launch my business so that I can say, this is the journey, this is how I got here, and this is really fun. So they've given me questions like, walk me through your professional journey. Which job felt most like you? What projects made you lose track of time? Becoming an expert when coworkers needed help with they consistently come to you for? And if I interviewed 5 former coworkers, what would they say? And what problems have you repeatedly solved over your career? And tell me about the projects you're most proud of. This is a great way to tell your story and to take everything that you've done over like 10 years and ask AI to help you piece the bits and pieces of your experiences into a story that you can tell as you launch your business, because that's going to really convince people that you are truly a genuine human being looking to offer this. And so they've given me so many questions. I'm not going to finish all this for the purposes of this video and for time. And I love this suggestion that rather than answering all 20 questions, let's treat this as a series of coaching questions. And so start with questions 1 to 3 and tell your story in as much detail as you can see, I'm not going to go through all of this, but this is just to show you that AI can be a really helpful interviewer because it's asking you questions that you would never have thought about. So one of the things that they asked me that I totally forgot, if your business was known for one thing, what would you like it to be saying? And if nobody paid you, what topics do you still read about? And one of the things that I love is, what subjects have you taught on? And tell me about the 3 projects you're most proud of and what project made the biggest difference for other people and what project best represents the kind of work you love to do more of. So this is just a great example of AI as an interviewer. And then last but not least is AI as your coach. And as you see, ChatGPT is kind of going in that direction. Let's treat this as a series of coaching questions. And so I want AI to serve as my coach now and summarize and identify patterns and trends across my career, group them into themes, recommend 2 to 3 business directions, and summarize the 3 ideas that is going to stand out for my business. I want you to show me the trends from my work, my skill sets, and what my business model could look like as a small agency. And so I'm ready for AI to coach me. And so one thing they summarizes is my theme as a translator. You think like a learning architect. You connect evidence with action. You enjoy building capability and my natural strengths. And I love, they've given me some ideas as an agency of how I would build it, where I would use technology, knowledge products, learning analytics. And they've given me different models as a solo consultant, a boutique agency, and a product-enabled agency. And just how a B2B and a B2C model would reinforce each other. And so this is really fun. AI is really doing an excellent job of summarizing the patterns and themes across my professional experiences, and they know what I'm interested in. By now, you've seen how I used AI as a second brain, as an interviewer, and as a coach. And that AI doesn't replace me, it helps me organize everything that is already in my head so that there's context and history to guide effective answers from the machine. AI doesn't replace your intuition, it organizes it. At this point, this is just a brainstorming session. And to give you direction, and your next step is to validate. I'll put a link to it in the description below. Thank you for watching, and let me know how I can help, and I will talk to you soon.